What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Samurai Sports Network, and today we're going to be talking about DeVante Parker and how he's had some recent injury issues. He did break his middle finger in his right hand, so this finger in his right hand, he did break it, and so he is pretty much day-to-day or week-to-week, as they like to say, and it brought up an interesting topic today on Twitter throughout a lot of Dolphins fans and throughout a lot of things that I saw where everyone was kind of tweeting, it's time to give up on DeVante Parker. This is it, and making jokes about him week to week. Oh, it's funny week to week because he's weak. The fact that he broke his middle finger, that's like a big fuck you and all this other stuff, and people were not really about it. People weren't happy with DeVante Parker, and now obviously you can't control the fact that you broke your middle finger, but of course those who haven't been happy with him have said that they want him gone. They want him to kind of man up. They want him to not act like a little girl, I guess you could say, the best way to put it, I guess. But they just haven't been happy with DeVante Parker in general, and they haven't liked what they've seen from DeVante Parker. So now to see Parker be injured and to see the production coming out of our receivers, a lot of them have said it's time to look forward and it's time to get rid of DeVante Parker. Now, people have brought up the fact that Ronald Darby is on the trade block and that the Eagles are willing to take young wide receiver talent. And with the open line of communication that Mike Tannenbaum has with Rosenhaus, which is I think the guy for the Philadelphia Eagles, the general manager. I'm not completely sure, but I think so. But the fact that the Eagles and the Dolphins organization have good communication. They've done trades in the past before, multiple times actually. You have the Kiko Alonso, Byron Maxwell trade is probably the biggest one that we've had in recent years. But the Eagles and the Dolphins have done trades before, and they have a good open line of communication between each other. So the big thing is, could the Dolphins trade and let go of DeVante Parker for Ronald Darby? Now, this is something that, and I hope my mic doesn't move up here because I want to kind of move it a little closer. This is something that I think we need to take a lot of caution on. This is something where we need to kind of stop as fans, take a second to think and look, because it's not necessarily what we've seen out of DeVante Parker and that we don't like it, that he's going into his fourth year, all this other stuff happening here. It's more so the fact that, let's say that we do end up as a Dolphins organization trading away DeVante Parker and grabbing Ronald Darby. It could seem like a very good play for the Miami Dolphins to do. It could seem very interesting. It could be good. It could be great. But the only issue that I see coming up through there, the issue that I think is the biggest one there, is purely the fact that we haven't really seen a great amount of stuff from our receivers that we have now. Obviously, we have seen some stuff out of Isaiah Ford that we like. Jakeem Grant, we've liked a lot that we've seen from him as fans, and I'm sure as the organization has as well. And of course, we want to see good things out of Albert Wilson, and Danny Amendola has obviously been a good leadership prospect or leadership person in the locker room. So the question is, do you want to take what Amendola gives you, use him to kind of be the leader for Albert Wilson and Jakeem Grant and Isaiah Ford, and Francis Owusu, and use them in ways to get DeVante Parker out? Now, Albert Wilson is a good signing. He is going to probably get very productive reps for the Miami Dolphins. We've already seen that Jakeem Grant is a very good outside receiver. He can play in the slot, obviously, but he is a very good outside receiver. So we've seen good things out of him. So I would say that we need to hold back on the trade DeVante Parker talk. Now, I obviously wouldn't be upset if he is traded. I wouldn't mind if he was traded. I wouldn't be upset, but it would be something where I would think personally that as an organization, we are taking a jump because we haven't really seen what else we have. But you never know. I could be wrong. We could easily just get rid of DeVante Parker and no longer need him. So this is something where I think that we need to look into, I guess, getting rid of him. But at the same time, I think we need to take this week by week, day by day. And if we see more from them that we like out of our young receivers and Albert Wilson, Jakeem Grant, and Isaiah Ford, and Francis Owusu, then I would say, okay, it's time to try to start shopping DeVante Parker. So I hope you guys did very much enjoy this video. I got more videos coming out throughout the week. Happy to be back on YouTube. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe down below. We're getting closer to 900, means we're getting closer to 1,000. And as always, peace.